All right, how's everybody feeling tonight?
Powerful.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. All right, hey, good to see Stephanie back again. What's up, Stephanie?
Hello.
Nice to see your smiling face.
Yes, it's good to be back.
Yeah. And then who else? We've got T Breezio. Nice to see you back on the call. Sharon, Brandon, Bisco in Frisco, Quincy. I think Earl was saying something about he's got a new guy in Chicago.
Yeah, Drew, it's Renita's brother. But yeah. Hey Glenn, I'm Napoleon. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you too. Welcome. Awesome. Glad to have all you guys on. Sam, who we got up there in the corner? Oh, Renita over there in the corner. Very good. How's everybody feel?
Oh.
Very good. Well, I just got out of the gym and I'm pumped up. I feel good. We are right. I'm getting some feedback there. Let me make sure everybody's muted. Yeah. All right. Good. Okay, good. I was getting just a little bit of feedback noise. So, we got another person down there. Is that John? Is that John that just joined us from Louisiana in the hoodie? Who is that? It says Brandon's iPhone. Oh, no,
it doesn't say
Switch.
No, but that's not John.
Oh, who is that?
The hoodie.
Somebody tell me.
Antonio Harris. He's gonna be signed soon, so I told him to jump on so he'll know what he can expect.
Oh, I got you. All right. Yeah, I didn't know if we had like somebody infiltrating our stuff, trying to get all the secrets, and then all of a sudden go out there and then they'd be the next Google or Facebook.
Nah, that's
secrets, right? Well, welcome to the call. So listen, it's mid-month, 11/15, 2017. That means we've got how many days till the end of the year? 46, 47 days till the end of the year, right? So, couple things, and I know the call that they just had with Herbalife with Jaime Romero. I know they were talking about the last quarter of the year. Everybody's talking about the last quarter of the year, right? And just to kind of get everybody back on the same page. Hold on, Monica just walked in. What do you need? Oh, got you. Can you not hear me? You guys hear me okay? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, very good. She said talk here, not at the TV. So obviously everybody's talking about, the last quarter. And just to get us all back on the same page, same wavelength, so we can have a successful training session here tonight. And I definitely want to hear from a lot of y'all because I know a lot of you guys got a lot of activity going on. But to get all of our minds on the same wavelength, because that's important, to get on the same wavelength mentally, right? So we all know what we're talking about, so we're all kind of marching to the beat of the same drums. That makes sense to you guys? Okay. So we've talked in the last 2 or 3 weeks about having a great 2018, a great new year, the best year that we've ever had in our lives, the best year we've ever had in our business career, correct? We've talked a lot about that. And you guys all know the formula, right? Who can tell me the formula of having the best year you've ever had? Who can tell me the formula? Anybody?
A great fourth quarter.
Having a good fourth quarter.
Exactly. Okay. Did you guys catch that? So to have a great new year, have a great, 2018. I don't mean just the new year. I mean the whole year. We got to have a great last quarter. You have to have a great last quarter, right? Y'all got to understand this. If you understand this, then you get the whole game, because this is what it is. It's a game, okay? Business is a game. Making money is a game. You guys understand that? It's a game. This is a momentum business. This is a momentum business. And there's different types of momentum that you need to understand. You've got personal momentum, meaning you, personal momentum, you, whatever you're doing. You know, your personal business, retailing, even like using the products. Personal product results is personal momentum. Always working and achieving personal product results. Level 10, leveling up, getting to the next level in your product results. We're working on that every single day. Correct? Okay, so that's personal momentum. Getting a new customer today. You get momentum for yourself. Getting a new distributor today. Handing out some samples today. Making new contacts today. Right? That's personal momentum. And then you've also got group momentum. Group momentum, meaning like right here, as an organization, you've got group organizational momentum. It could be your own group, or it could be the bigger group, this group, right? The organizational group. And y'all remember that, get this in your notes, success leaves clues, number one. Number two, success breeds success. Write it down. Okay. Energy breeds energy. Right? People feed off of one another. You guys understand? Nod your head if you understand. Do I need to go back to 3 weeks ago when we taught y'all how to do this? Morgan knows how to do this. Come on, Morgan. Let me see that smile. I want to see some teeth. There you go. Your Facebook pictures are so pretty when I see those teeth. I want to see teeth. Everybody tonight, teeth, when you're nodding. You hear that, Chica? I see you down there. That's right. All right. So we've got personal momentum, we've got group momentum, organizational momentum, and you guys got to understand something. Success leaves clues. Energy breeds energy. Everybody feeds off of everybody, right? Success breeds success. One person's success feeds off onto the next person. And you feed off of somebody's success. Let me prove it to you. Is anybody ever, that's on the call tonight, has anybody ever gotten excited because of somebody else moving? Like they got some particular results in the business or on the products, and it motivated you, or it inspired you, or it left you feeling like, oh my goodness, if they can do it, I can do it. Or, oh my goodness, I better get my butt in gear so I don't get left behind. There's a lot of things that happen to inspire you to move, right, from other people's movement. But the main thing is energy breeds energy, success breeds success, and you feed off of other people's success. You feed off of other people's energy. That makes sense? That makes sense? Nod your head with a smile. Very good, very good. People gonna ask you tomorrow, hey, what'd y'all learn last night? We learned how to nod our head and smile. If you learn how to nod your head and smile, then you're a step ahead of everybody else. You understand? So, what are we talking about? We're talking about momentum, right? Personal momentum, that's one type. Group or organizational momentum, that's another type. You know what the other type is? There's a couple other types. You got regional momentum or local momentum first, like locally, what's going on kind of in your proximity, in your vicinity, in your town, in your local, whatever, right? You've got local momentum, you've got regional momentum, you've got national momentum, and then you got international momentum in terms of the company, under the category of company momentum. You guys understand that? So if you got, now here's how you score. By the way, is anybody interested in learning how to score? Anybody interested in learning how to teach your people how to score in the business? Okay, so check it out. If you've got personal momentum and you're working on your personal momentum every single day, and the group and the organization has momentum, and everybody's feeding off of everybody's momentum, and locally there's momentum, and regionally there's momentum, and nationally, internationally there's momentum in the company, then everybody's feeding off of everybody, and it's just it's a continuous wheel or wave of momentum that you get swept up in. You guys understand that? You guys got that? Nod your head. But it's important for all the pieces of those puzzle, or all the pieces of that puzzle to come together. for you guys to move quick. Make sense? For you to move quick. Now, if the company's got momentum, and if locally people have momentum, and if the group in the organization has momentum, but you don't have momentum yourself, then there's a missing piece to the puzzle, right? Or it's like a four-legged stool. You guys know a four-legged stool, right? And like that's your foundation. 4 legs to the stool. Well, if you kick one leg out or chop one leg off to the table, what happens? Table falls over, table tilts, whatever. You guys understand? It's very important if y'all want to move quick. By the way, who wants to move quick? Who wants to move quick? Okay. If you want to move quick, it's very important that you have all the pieces of the puzzle, in play. And the biggest piece of the puzzle is personal momentum. Because if you got personal momentum on the products, you got personal momentum in the business, getting customers and distributors every day, working on getting customers and distributors, working on getting samples out, because that's planting seeds. And you can plant seeds. You can plant seeds with words, or you can plant seeds with some of the, what would we call this? This is like nutrients. This is nutrients to the seeds, right? So you can plant seeds with words and your personality and developing relationships with people, but at some point you have to, move the relationship into watering the seeds, nourishing the seeds. This is nourishment here. So I'll give you an example. I was talking to a guy in the gym tonight that I've got a relationship with. His name is Will. He's 22 years old. He's already lost a bunch of weight. He's in there killing it, still has more weight to lose. And I told him, we started talking about breakfast, and he skips breakfast because he's in a hurry. I says, do you take a shake? Don't take a shake. I go, oh my goodness. I go, you got to start taking shakes. And he says, yeah, I was thinking about getting some of this. And he named another brand. I says, no. You need to get on Herbalife, baby. And I pulled up my shirt. I says, Herbalife, you're 22, I'm 52. You need to have abs like me. So that confidence. You guys, yeah, thank you, Alcy. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I can just imagine what that sounds like. Oh, you gotta unmute yourself. I gotta hear some sound on that one. Unmute yourself, baby. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, let's go.
That's better.
Let's go.
I like that.
Better show them young Thundercats.
You know what I'm saying? So check it out. Because I've got momentum on the products myself, right? Because I've got 3 scoops of Prepare and a Lift Off, and I'm drinking my CR7 mixed with Prolonged during my workout, and I'm working abs, and he's over there stretching on the same machine, so we're able to have a conversation. I have a particular posture and confidence about myself, and I can say, no, you need to try the best. You need to use the best. I didn't say try. I said, you need to use the best. I didn't say try. You need to use the best. I've been using this next month for 33 years. What I need to use for another 33 years before you believe me? Come on. One of us will be dead by then, and it probably ain't gonna be me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna outlast him, right? So that's just a side note of confidence and a particular posture that you carry about yourself when you have personal momentum, because you're attractive, your posture. You can talk to people with confidence and conviction, but also, let me add this in, you can talk to people with relaxed intensity. You can talk to them with no attachment to the outcome. And that's a big one. With no attachment to the outcome. I'd love to help you. I'd love to get you on the products. I'd love to change your life. I'd love for you to have abs like me, because I know you're going to Miami on spring break next year, and I know you want to show up. You understand what I'm saying? I know you want to show up down there in Miami at 22 years old. So you need to use the best. That's what I'm here to tell you. That's what I told him here tonight. But relaxed, with confidence. Okay? Now I'm leading to my next thing. So I got a relationship with him. I'm developing I'm watering a seed, so to speak. That's water. But now I have to nourish the seed and actually get the nourishment into his body so I can use less words. This helps me use less words. When people start putting this in their body and they start bleeding, or they start feeling the Herbalife difference, bleeding green, feeling the green inside of them. You guys understand? So anyway, I told him, I started naming shake flavors. What type of shake do you like? You like cookies and cream? You like banana caramel? You like cafe latte? What do you like? We got everything. What do you like? He goes, cookies and cream is great. I go, oh my goodness, that's my wife's favorite. I just made her one today, didn't I, Monica? Made you one today. Made you a special one today. I made her one today that not only did I bring her a straw, but I brought a spoon with it. Baby, experience it both ways, with a spoon and a straw. Understand? That's how we do it over here. Eat it and drink it. Eat a little bit, drink a little bit. Experience all that Herbalife can offer for you. So you just got to have fun with it, right? So I've got all these cups from the club with lids, so I can bring him some portions, can I? I can bring him some portions, okay? So I'm going to throw 2 scoops of PDM, 2 scoops of cookies and cream. I already told him water and ice. I already told him eat it with a spoon if you like. Make it thick. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, because he's going to come in tomorrow night, I'm going to bring him 3 portions. You call it what you want. 3 portions, 3 shakes, 3 servings, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. Okay? But I'm going to do 3 separate cups, which means 3 separate shakes, and all he's got to do is dump it, water and ice, drink it, and everything's going to be nice. You guys got me? And he ain't going to be getting on that other stuff. He's going to be getting on my stuff, the good stuff. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about with planting seeds. But you plant seeds with words and relationship, but then quickly you need to move to nourishing those words and that relationship with the nutrition. Is everybody on board with that? Okay? And if you do that every day, and that's just one way to do it. If you're in a club environment, you can do it another way. If you're having a particular challenge, you can do it another way. However you want to do it. But the long and the short of it is at some point you got to move from relationship to getting the products in their body. Okay. Last night, 2 tablespoons of raspberry tea and liftoff to the security guard at Cowboys Fit that always watches over the cheerleaders while they're cheerleading inside our gym. His name is Lozano. And Lozano started talking to me Monday night, talking about, because he has his own business, window washing. Well, I don't know if they wash them like this, but but they do windows. They, whatever. So that's his business. And then he comes to Cowboys Fit and he's the security guard and he's got a lot of responsibility there. And he was so tired the last few times because he's been working like 13, 14-hour days. He's got to stand in there and I'm sitting working out. He's over there yawning, and he can't even sit down, right? And so I told him about the lift off and I told him about the tea and I told him I'll bring him some and whatever. And then he starts talking to me about that he's thinking about quitting his security job because he doesn't have time with his wife. Oh, I see Morgan over there like, right? And so guess what Daddy did? Here's the first thing Daddy did. Listen. I go, oh, is that so? Okay. And I'm like, tell me more, because guess what that does? We talked about it last week, leverage. I'm finding out what's important to him. He starts telling me that he ain't got no time with his wife in the afternoon. He would love to go to the gym with his wife during the afternoon. He never sees his wife. And I found out, well, does your wife have a job? She goes, yeah, she works at like Dillard's or something like that at the mall, right? And I go, which mall? And I found out everything, okay? And he's telling me all these things, and he's going, and I even found out how much he makes, $13 an hour. So I'm like, wow, really? 13? So I had to like calm it down a little bit so I didn't insult him. I'm going, wow, yeah, that's for what you do. Wow. Okay. So the point is he's dissatisfied. So I could sit here and pitch him on the business all day long, even though I did pull out a picture of Paco Perez, he's #1 in Mexico, and he was the first employee in Herbalife. And here's a picture of me and Paco in Aruba. There's Paco. So I gave him the little elevator story of Paco. But as quickly as possible, I moved from words to try this. So the next night, I brought him samples, Liftoff and tea, so he could use that. And he actually got busy. I had it for him Tuesday night. Or excuse me, I had it for him Monday night. I brought it Monday night, and then he left and he got busy, so I had to wait and give it to him last night. But in the meantime, I gave the other security guard Liftoff and Prepare on Monday night because he was talking about results in the gym and whatever. So all I'm saying here, as quickly as possible, we can go on forever about this. We can talk, plant seeds, talk, develop relationships. But at some point, you got to move to nourishing that talk with this stuff, the good stuff. Getting something inside of their body they're going to feel the difference on. The tea, the Liftoff, the Prepare, CR7, a combination of all the above, some shakes, whatever. You guys got me? Okay? All right, I'm good on that. So that helps you. If you're doing that every single day, then now you're filling your pipeline. You guys understand? You're filling your pipeline. Because you guys got to understand with momentum, #1, there's 2 things. Momentum never stands still. Momentum never stands still. Momentum's either moving forward or it's moving backwards. It never stands still. Write it down. Okay? So can you see where it's important that you develop your own personal momentum every single day? That's something that you got to work on every single day. Your own personal momentum, your business. Planting seeds, getting customers, getting distributors, and filling the pipeline. Can you guys see that? You got to fill the pipeline. Fill the pipeline. Fill the pipeline. Okay? Because in a momentum business, momentum doesn't always show up. The things that you did today don't show up today necessarily. Sometimes they show up tomorrow, or sometimes it shows up next week for the things that you put into place today. Does that make sense? Hold on, I had to get that on tape. I'm multitasking over here, baby. I can do that. I already posted another one while I was telling you that, the previous picture. Now let me post that on the Frisco profile so I can get some business and advance my momentum. Okay? You know what I'm talking about, Elsie. Okay? So if you're always working on your personal momentum, then guess what? Then everybody else is going to feed off of you. You're going to feed off of everybody else. And sometimes the things that you put into place last week, developing relationships, giving some people some samples, giving some people whatever, planting those seeds, and that shows up this week. Or the things you did last month shows up this month. But every single day, you got to be planting seeds like a farmer. And you got to be filling the pipeline. You guys understand? The pipeline. It's like like have y'all ever seen or heard the story of the well pump? The pump for the well to get water, right? You got to pressurize it, right? To get the water from the well up to the pump so the water starts flowing. And sometimes you got to sit there and pump it and pump it and pump it and pump it, and no water's coming out. Well, it's a deep well. Pump it, or maybe you gotta roll, it's maybe like that or maybe like that. We don't get our water from a well, but just, you guys understand, okay? We don't gotta do that. But back in the old days, the farmers and whatnot, they had to pump the well, right? And sometimes when you're pumping, it doesn't come out in the first 5 seconds, does it? Got to build up that pressure, build up that pressure, build up that pressure, build up that pressure, and keep pumping and keep pumping. After 30 seconds, you know the well is full, but it's a long way. After 30 seconds, you're even more thirsty. Do you give up? Do you give up? No, you got to keep pumping, and all of a sudden it starts dripping, and it starts dripping. And then when it starts dripping, what do? Oh, good, I'm home. Let's give up. Let me put something under there and collect all those drips. No. Keep pumping, keep pumping, keep pumping, keep pumping. You guys got me? And after a while, if you keep pumping with consistency, because you got momentum, you might need to switch arms. Come back to this arm. You got momentum, and after a while, the water starts gushing. That's how momentum works. But it doesn't start gushing from just what you did in the last 2 seconds. It starts gushing because you've been pumping on that thing for 2 or 3 minutes solid. Does that make sense? So that's what you got to do in this business. It's no different than working out, working on your fitness, or using the products. What if you got great results on the products and then you stop taking your shakes for 2 months straight, or 2 weeks straight even? Well, if you stop taking them for 2 weeks, it feels like it's going to take 2 months to get back to where you were. So it takes a lot longer to reestablish that momentum once you lose it. You guys got me? So that's why it's important to stay on top of your momentum. Same with working out, same with using products, same with eating clean, whatever. Does that make sense? So let me tie all this in to the last quarter and the new year. What do y'all think we need to do between now and the end of the month? And exactly, we got to crank that handle, man. We got to crank that handle. You guys want some good news? Y'all want good news? Who wants good news? Raise your hand. Let me share some good news with you. Everything is in your control. Everything is in your control. What you do today, what you do tomorrow. If you wear the brand every day, 7 on 7, right? If you bleed green, that's in your control. Working on your own personal product results, that's in your control. Developing leads, planting seeds, giving samples, painting the dream to people, that's in your control. Let me tell you what else is in your control. What you believe is in your control. What you believe is in your control. I'm going to tell you what else. What you don't believe is in your control too. If you choose not to believe in your future, that's in your control. If you choose not to believe where you can be by the extravaganza in Houston in July, that's in your control. You guys understand? If you choose to believe that you'll be walking that stage getting your Get Team medallion in July, that's in your control. If you choose to believe that you need to work on yourself, right, to get better, Jim Rohn says, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So if you believe that, then guess what you need to be doing? You need to be working on yourself every day. And I know most of y'all are, because I see it on social media, because you're actually documenting your days and your weeks and your journey. I know a lot of y'all are working on yourself. I see a lot of y'all sit there and you do the IG stories and you got Mark Hughes, or you got some other personal development going on, nutrition for the mind. Okay. So you got to have that to counterbalance all the other nonsense that's going on in the world, because this is your livelihood. And I know a lot of y'all, this is your livelihood. And who does your livelihood affect? Well, starting, you, your immediate family, your kids, if you have kids. It affects everybody that's closest to you, your livelihood, and especially your financial well-being, doesn't it? So isn't that something that we all need to take seriously, our livelihood? Yes? Nod your head. Okay? Our livelihood, it's serious business. Okay? Serious business. I was talking to another person in the gym tonight, and she was telling me that she's from Las Cruces, New Mexico. I go, what? And what do y'all think I said? First of all, I had to contain myself. Okay. And I started saying, then I asked, how old are you? She said, 29. And I said, well, I know Enrique's 31. So I says, by chance, do you know a guy named Enrique Carrillo? Then I pulled up Instagram, showed her a picture. Okay. Las Cruces. Because she asked me what I did. And that's what led it off. And I go Herbalife and whatever, because she follows me on Instagram. She knew about Frisco Fit Nutrition. And so that led to the Enrique story. Okay. So here's the long and the short of it, guys. 45 days till the end of the year. We got to crank that handle. We got to develop momentum, like personal momentum, like never before. We got to work on ourselves like never before. We got to work on our product results like never before. Our passion, our belief about where we're going to be, and then tying it all up in a nice bow. We got to put our heads down and our butt up and go to work. Not like I'm saying we ain't going to work already, right? But I'm saying we got to continue to work. Okay? Oh. Let me show you this. See if y'all can see that. Does that show up the correct way? That's from Mark Hughes. To make money, you have to do an unbelievable thing called work. At the end of the day, with all the passion, with all the enthusiasm, with all the belief, with all the vision, with all the understanding of personal momentum and local momentum and organizational momentum and company momentum, and we get paid today for the things that we did yesterday, and we get paid this week for the things that we did last week, and we get paid this month for last month, in this quarter for last quarter. With all that wonderful philosophy, number one, it's important to understand all that, because that's how it functions. That's how the game works. But now what do we got to do? We got to capital W-O-R-K, work. We got to work. We got to work. Head down, butt up, and we got to have our blinders on. You guys understand that? I'm going to tell you the last thing, too, is you need to see where you're going to be in 2018. You need to have vision and belief like you've never had in your life. Please write that down. Like you've never had in your life. You need to have vision and belief more than you had it last week. You need to have vision and belief more than you had it last week. You need to have vision and belief more than you had it in the last 2 weeks. You need to have vision and belief more than you've ever had in your life. Because your vision and belief is what's going to drive you. You understand? Now let's toss in a little bit more motivation. Is your why. What drives you to do this business? What are the most, y'all write it down, either now or later tonight before you go to bed. There might be 10 things, but I want you to write down the top 3 things that's going to motivate you to go above and beyond the call of duty and put your head down and your butt up and work this next 15 days in November and this next 45 days till the end of the year like you've never worked in your entire life. With focus, with determination, with vision, with belief, with passion, right? You guys understand? Either now or before you put your head on the pillow tonight, I want you to write down the top 3 things that are the most important to you in life that is your why, that's going to drive you and motivate you to become the person that you need to become, to achieve the things that you need to achieve, not only in the month of November and December, because that's going to set up the new year, but going into the new year as well. And then moving towards the first and second quarter into the extravaganza in Houston. You guys understand? I'm going to tell you one thing right now, whether you believe it or not, and I would hope that you would buy into this sooner than later. And every single one of you that's on this call here tonight, you could be walking across that stage, get your Get Team medallion. You can. You can. Or I'll come to you in a minute. I see you raised your hand. Yeah, exactly. Get Team medallion. Show it to them again. Show it to them. Put it on. Put it on. Oh, yeah, do that again. I'll act like I'm putting it on you. There you go. There you go. He's walking across the stage. There you go. Y'all can have it. And every time you go to the STSs in your meetings, you boom, boom, on your dress, on your shirt, on your suit, whatever, boom, Global Expansion Team. I like to say Global Expansion Team, not Get Team. Okay? Get Team, Mark, you should say Get Team because you get 2% extra. You get the 2%. So that means 7% on your royalty and bonus. You get the 2%, but it's Global Expansion Team. Doesn't that sound like an important title, Morgan? Okay. I want y'all to feel this for a minute. I just want y'all to give it up. I am so proud of Morgan, our newest Global Expansion Team member, Morgan O'Neill. Give it up. Give it up. You understand? You understand? But she couldn't have done it without our other brand new Global Expansion Team member, Mr. Alcee Crocker. Give it up for Alcee. Give it up. Look at him. You guys understand? Come off, Morgan. I can't hear you. What are you saying? Are you yelling at Alcee or are you yelling at me?
Yes.
Yelling at Alcee? What's she saying?
I did this.
Is that your Enrique wig? Listen, this is important. You guys know why I just did that? Not because I'm crazy. No, Morgan, I want to hear from you.
So we can feel it.
Thank you. And by the way, did you feel anything?
Felt it.
It feels nice.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you something. I will tell you guys this right now, and we can go around and do it with everybody, but you guys get the point. I want to tell you one thing right now, okay? And you gotta see this and believe this and feel this. You are gonna be a different person when you're wearing that Global Expansion Team pin, walking into your STSs, walking into your LDWs, walking into anywhere, being introduced to anybody, whether you're introduced on a call like tonight, or whether you're introduced to wherever. You are gonna be a different person. Every STS, they bring you on the stage. Every LDW, you're on stage. You're a speaker at the LDWs. You're a speaker at the STSs. And you're introduced with that title. You guys understand that? You're going to be a different person. You're going to walk different. You're going to talk different. Okay? And so what I'm trying to share with you is that, number one, it's worth it. That's your destination. But that's not where you're going to stop. That's not where you're going to stop. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, Get Team 2500 is even better. It is. Get Team 2500 is better. You fixing to triple that income. Who wants to triple their income? By the way, who out there in the normal world is tripling their income? Or has the chance to triple their income in the next 3, 6, 9 months? Nobody. Nobody. You guys understand the vision and the hope and the possibilities of the future. Jim Rohn says the possibilities of the future is an awesome force. Possibilities. Guys, I don't know if y'all do this. I'm sure you do. But I wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning, or I'm dreaming about possibilities. And I'm dreaming. The possibilities are endless in Herbalife. You guys know that it is quite possible that you're going to sign up the next Enrique Carrillo under you. That's possible. Do you know that Ron and Carol Rosenau, friends of mine and Monica, Ron and Carol Rosenau were they were at least 65, 66 years old when they signed up Danny and Graham Edwards. And Danny and Graham signed up Enrique. And Enrique started working with Ron and Carol. Also because they all work together, right? Just like I work with Alcee and Morgan, right? I didn't personally sponsor them. They're down, right? But it don't matter. Don't matter who sponsored them. We all work together. Do you guys understand that? At 65, 66 years old. Okay? So that means, hey, who's younger than that? Even I'm younger than that. So that means, guess what? The next superstars are out there. The next superstars, hey, Monica, come off mute for a minute. Do you remember in the year 2000 and then 2001 and then 2002 and then all the way up to 2005 and then 2006, 2007 and 2008? Do you remember every single year and almost on every single conference call that we ever had, me telling the group that the next superstars in Herbalife haven't even signed up yet?
Yes, I remember.
You remember me saying that? And
Yes.
guess what? They hadn't. Because Enrique hadn't signed up yet. Jorge and Jorge and Disney hadn't signed up yet. They didn't sign up until 5 years ago. All these Oklahoma people hadn't signed up yet. You guys got me? Tim Files hadn't signed up yet, and he's working on his fourth diamond right now, in qualification for his fourth diamond. And he'll have his fifth. He didn't sign up until 2008 during the recession. He was sleeping on Chris Bickerstaff's couch, just lost his home and his car. And Chris Bickerstaff had an eviction notice on his door. Now all of Oklahoma is underneath them. Well, now and add Arkansas to the list now too, because they're out there killing it in Arkansas. Tim is. You guys understand that? You guys understand how important it is to have vision and belief about what's going to happen in the future. And the last thing I'll say on that, Mark Hughes used to teach us this, is a great way to predict the future is by looking at the past. You guys got it? A great way to predict the future is by looking at the past. So if you want to predict the future inside of Herbalife, if you want to predict the future in terms of your possibilities, then all you got to do is look at the past. Does that make sense? Who gets excited about that? Okay? Who's inspired by what's happened in Herbalife in the last 38 years? Ooh, that was a good picture. I got all y'all's hands raised. I didn't even plan that one. Okay? So I'm inspired by it, right? Do you think, hey, y'all think about this for a minute. This is under the umbrella of possibilities. And that's very inspiring, by the way. Do you guys think that there is somebody out there, not just in the USA, but I'm just going to make it in the world, in 94 countries that we're in right now? I'm going to make this an easy yes answer for you. Do you think that there's somebody out there right now that's dissatisfied, that doesn't even know about Herbalife? Maybe they do, maybe they don't, maybe they've heard the name, but they really don't know what we are. And somehow, some way, they're going to find out about it through a friend, through social media, or somebody giving them some cookies and cream at the gym, or a sample, a lift off and a tea, you know. And they're going to become one of the next superstars in Herbalife. Not only do you think they've become a millionaire in Herbalife, I guarantee you that'll happen at least once. That's an easy one. I'd bet on that. Because it's already, how do I know that? Look at the past. Well, how many more fall into that same category that maybe they won't become millionaires, but they'll at least get to the president's team? And it'll be mind-boggling. But they haven't signed up yet. They don't even know about Herbalife yet. Or they might know about Herbalife right now. They might have just started a couple, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they're getting on the products, and they're a customer, and all. But they get life-changing results on the products. Maybe they don't need to lose a lot of weight. Maybe they just lose 30 pounds, but they get so freaking excited, and they get so excited about the people that they're working with, that they care about them so much, and all the love that you get in Herbalife, and they're looking for an environment that they could believe in and belong to, right? And that's what gets them. It ain't just about the products. It's also about the people. It's also about the environment that they're associated with. It's also about things like tonight, where we all come together, right? And we work on ourselves to take ourselves to the next level. How many people out there are looking for things like that? How many people out there are, maybe they're not even looking for things like that right now, but they would certainly love it if it dropped in their lap? I mean, just think about the categories and the possibilities of all these people out there. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen, and it's going to continue to happen, and it's going to continue to happen. Here's what I would propose to you. Be Be that person that brings hope and change and possibility to the masses, to the world, to the next person you talk to, and then the next one after that, and the next one after that, and the next one after that, with all of your heart, with all of your smile, with all of your love, with all of your care. Care about the person. Like Jim Rohn says, care more about them than you do about the money you're putting in your pocket, right? About the person. Because Mark Hughes said it well, when you get the man into Herbalife, when you get the man into Herbalife, or the woman, that means getting their heart. When you get their heart and their soul in Herbalife, then that's what you're looking for. That's how you're going to get them in, and that's how you're going to keep them in. Does that make sense? That's how you get them. That's how you keep them. You get the man into Herbalife, figure of speech, meaning getting their heart, getting their soul, okay? Everything about them, their essence. So who do you have to be to show up as that person, to be the best version of yourself, so you can position yourself to sign up that next superstar? Okay? Or it might not even be about signing up the next superstar. What if you just get 100 people in your organization that are just making $500 to $1,000 a month part-time? You don't even need to sign up a superstar for you to become a superstar. Look at Morgan. That's right. Think about it, dream about it, because what you think about is what you bring about. You think about it enough, you will attract it. You will manifest it into your life with your vibes and your energy. You guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. You will vibe it right into your life. If you think about it, you will it to be. You guys understand? You really will. You will it to be. Okay? So, I could talk forever on this stuff, but I really want you guys to take your vision and your belief and the possibilities of the future. I want you to take it to the next level. Inside of your head, inside of your heart, inside of your soul, inside of your eye. You know, every person that you look at, every person you come across, I want you to be thinking in your head and in your heart about investing your life into that person's life, nourishing it with the nutrition, because that's going to increase your odds. Because not everybody is going to be president's team on your team. By the way, not everybody wants to be president's team. And not everybody signs up to be president's team. They don't even know what that means. Okay? So it's like baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Build this thing on rock, not sand. Do your job every single day with purpose. Okay? With purpose, with vision, with clarity, with passion, with sincerity. Okay? And by the way, I'll add one on there, with sense of urgency. Sense of urgency. You guys cannot be casual with your business. I talked to, who was it? Was it on last week's call, or it might have been on, I might have been doing some private stuff with Alcy, but I talked to somebody and I can't remember, or it might have been Earl. I can't remember who it was, Earl and Brandon. But anyway, I talked about in the beginning, I think it was actually last week at dinner with Brandon and Earl, a lot of people that are in the business for 3, 6, 9, 12 months. After 12 months, they're still babies. Just like a baby is a baby after 1 year of birth, right? They're still babies, right? They still need nurturing. They still need guidance. They still need to be picked up when they fall and bruise their knees and whatnot. So don't think even if you got somebody in your business for 1 year that they got it all figured out. We all need help. We all need support. But the big word for that is people are volatile. People are volatile people, right? Especially if they're not doing personal development and not plugged into the system very much and not in a consistent habit of it, right? People are volatile. Sometimes every time the wind blows a different direction, they get caught up in that wind and blown off course. Does that make sense? Nod your head if that makes sense. Okay? So if we know that people are volatile anyway, just by nature, then that's why we got to really do our best to do the best job that we personally can with them to make sure that we're supporting them that they trust us, that they feel good with us. We don't have to get people liking us so much. Make sure they feel good with you. If they feel good with you, they're going to like you automatically. If they don't feel good with you, then what? Then automatically they ain't going to care for you very much. So make sure people are feeling good with you. Make sure you're being your best version and that you're bringing your authenticity and your passion to the table in every single relationship and every single conversation. Because I'm telling you, like Jim Rohn says, one person well taken care of can open doors for you that you can never open on your own. Believe that. Believe that. Okay? So, who's ready to take it to the next level? Who's ready to take it to the next level? All right, somebody say something so I can drink my shake.
Hey, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and go.
Hey, you just said everything, man.
Basically. But now I want to touch on real quick about the vision, because that's extremely with the medallion. Until you guys touched on last year, the medallion wasn't even, I didn't even know that medallion existed, right? So because Glenn and Monica gave me that vision and they passed that down to me, that's what made me believe in it. And then it became a reality. So the most important thing is, if you kind of go back into it, Glenn had to have the vision for himself, right? And Monica had to have the vision for themselves in order to pass it down to me for it to make it reality. So what I figured out is, and figuring out, is that it's extremely important to have the vision. It's extremely important. I talked to Napoleon when our first Get Started meeting, and I told him it's about how you show up. How you show up is how everybody else is going to show up in your organization. And showing up is a huge part of showing up is based on your belief. That's what's going to fuel you. That's what's going to fuel you. So like another thing Glenn talked about was the pen, right? So when we met Napoleon at the training, I was suited and booted, wearing the Get Team pen. He had a chance to see me get to, be on the stage with the Tab team, right? So I didn't plan on him being there, right? Ren didn't even plan on him being there, but it's about preparation. It's about preparation, right? And having that vision. And so when him and I talked, when we did the beginning, I don't just do this with him. I do this with everybody that I'm planting seeds with. I'm letting them know this is where we're going. I'm letting them know this is what's possible. Because when you give people a map, when you give people a plan, they need to know it's worth it. So when I was given a plan at the very beginning of January 2016, and I was told I'd go to 12 events straight, and I could do 12 events out the year, and I would get to Get Team or be in qualifications of it. And I knew that it would be worth it because I was given the vision first. So that made the obstacles blurry. That it made the obstacles, it should have made the vision was more sharp than the obstacles. And that's extremely important. So it's extremely important, of course, to work hard and all that stuff. But what's going to fuel us to work hard is the vision. And I talked to Brandon, and after we left Glenn, at dinner, I walked with him. We was on Winning Drive, right, Glenn? So we was on Winning Drive, right? Walked with him on Winning Drive, and I took him down to the map. I literally showed him a little concrete of, okay, hey, this is 380. This is Dallas North Tollway. These are the areas that we're dominating. These are the areas. We're gonna do this locally because Glenn just went over this. See, I told Bisco, I said, this is what we're going to do locally. This is what we've done so far, but this is what we're going to do locally. This is the reason why I tell you to do these things. This is the reason why I tell you to show up a certain way. This is the reason why I show up a certain way. Then after that, I took him to there's this little computer map where the big screen is. Like they could say like where the Cowboys fans are or something. So you can literally like pinch this screen and show the world, right? So I started showing Bisco, hey, this is where we can dominate the world. This is where we can dominate the world. I'm not here to just take over locally. I'm here to dominate this whole game, right? So in order to let everybody know that this was possible and was real, you have to share that vision. But in order for him to get that vision from me, I have to believe in that myself. You trust me, I believe in it tremendously. Okay. So that's extremely, so when working hard, staying up late, being on these calls, just finished doing a class, and Ren was in this class not too long ago. I did a class at 24 Hour Fitness. Before Renita got there, for the first time I ever did this at 24 Hour Fitness, I pulled out my iPad that I won from, that I got from Herbalife, by the way. So, and I pulled up, I said, anybody ever seen my before picture? I said, has anybody ever seen my before picture? I found a lot of people say, no, I never seen it. Pull it up. I mean, their jaw just dropped. Like, I'm in this fitted shirt, you know, abs popping, right? You know, and they never seen it. Then, you know, so they thinking I'm looking like this the whole time I've ever been teaching. Like, their mouth just dropped, right? So then after that, by the time Renita gets in the class, they have blankety blanking in the class, right? So then I start fussing at them. I'm like, hey, no. I said, this is these, you know, so because I set the tone, I said, if you want to get to these abs, if you want to get to my level, right? If this is where you want to go, this is because I set the vision. This is where I came from. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm going. So anybody that associate with me. So then, like, but at the end of the class, like, I could tell some people like, oh my God, I can't believe he's saying these things. But by the end of the class, I had about 6 people thank me for raising the bar in the class. I had about 6 people thanking me for raising the bar because I set the vision. I set the expectation. It's the same thing we do with the team. And trust me, all those people, and guess another thing that happened. And some of y'all may know this person. Her name is Parto. Parto literally came after me after class, said, hey, I want to do the membership. I said, so you just want to, you know, get the prize on? No. I want to sell, and you my leader. She's from Iran. She's from Iran, and she has an accent. Said, no, I want to sell. I want you as my leader. See what I'm saying? So the vision is so important, letting people know where you stand. But when you let people know where you stand and you let people know where you're going and how to get there, you get what I'm saying? So when you speak to them with strength and truth, right, it's not coming across as mean, because you guys, man, it wasn't pretty, right? You know, like I was not happy. You know what I'm saying? But because my product and my association, like I just posted about this call, I said I'm associating with champions. So when I go to work or you know, and do a class, they got to raise up to my bar. You get what I'm saying? They got to raise up to my bar, because I would not accept anything less. I would not accept anything less. If you roll with me, everybody that gets with me, I'm not being cocky, but I'm just saying that's my standard. Anybody that gets with me raises up. Even if Glenn signs me up, my job is to help Glenn get better. Okay, just because he's at a higher level than me, but that's the standard that I set because I know I add value. So, but when we add value, we pass that down and we pass that across. We're the nucleus of all that greatness. All right, let's get this thing, man. 2018 is ours, baby.
Yes. Oh, don't you want to hear them? It's like a silent movie. That was awesome. That was good stuff, baby. That was good stuff. Halsey, where you at? Holler at me.
Oh, Lord. Earl just set it on fire. So, yeah, Earl, I appreciate that, man. Everything you said went straight to the heart. So I know it came from the heart. So real quick, what I wanted to just say was this about manifesting, and where your energy goes is where your energy flows. Okay, I read in the passage that I was reading an article. What I want everybody to do right now, I want you to close your eyes 5 seconds, and I want you to open them up, look around the room, and count everything red that you see. Got it? Cool. Now tell me how many yellow things you've seen without looking again. So what I seen in this passage was that you didn't even notice the yellow things because you were so focused on the red. And I know half of the time when we out in the public that we get so down and so many no's have come, we look at these people that we see every day is like, well, they ain't gonna do it. Or that person probably not going to do it, because you're focusing on all the reds when you got nothing but yellows and greens out there. So when you stay focused on the yellows and the greens and everything that's glitter, right, you're going to get it. It's going to start coming to you. Just like he just said, he wasn't even expecting that to come to him. But since his frequency was so high with the universe, that he came in there with this expectation for himself, and I'm sure he already manifested that he's going to have a new distributor coming soon. A woman walked up to him like, yo, sign me up, here my money. It was like, whoa. You sure? Like, yes. That's what happens when your frequency is high. So just keep manifesting it. Keep focusing on what you want and how you're going to get it, and then just go get it. Let's get this light.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. I got that on.
Sorry about that. I was on mute. I'm sorry, Allison.
I got that. I got that right there. I got it. I got all that. That's awesome. Here, hold on. Let me turn this down for a minute. All right. Yeah, so that was great. Anybody else? Monica? Anybody?
Yes.
Say 2 words.
So yeah, I'll just comment because, I mean,
2.
by the way, you guys are awesome. Earl, Elsie, Glenn, y'all are so incredible. And everybody on the call, so nice to see you guys. But, you know, when Elsie talked about, you know, we were focused on the red, and he said, when basically we're prejudging, we get so many no's or whatever that we start to prejudge, and it prevents us from being the person that we need to be, is moving our business, moving our product, impacting the community. But one thing that might help you guys, that helped me, is when I call people, when people send me a message or they leave a voicemail, whatever, and they say they are interested in losing weight, or if it's a person that you're not quite sure about, my job is to relay the message. I got really good at getting in my mind, my job is to relay the message about the products and to get a yes or no. And I was such a fanatic in the very beginning, and I still am, because if people are trying to lose weight and you leave a voicemail, they don't return your call, and then you're like, okay, well, let me follow up with this one person again, call again, and it's a voicemail, call again, voicemail. I'm such a fanatic to where it's like, my job is to get a yes or a no. Just tell me yes or no so I can close your file. So I think for what I would pass down is, when you're building your business, trying to get your retail cash flow up, and when you're just trying to basically building your business, okay, getting your retail cash flow up, your job is to get a yes or no. Don't worry about getting the no's. Don't worry about getting the yes. Your job is to get an answer. And I had so many people in the beginning to where I was just always leaving voicemails over and over and over, because I wanted to close their file out, that they were like, they finally would call me back and they're like, you don't give up. You don't give up. And they were like, you know, I've been busy, I've been traveling. So, and I have to look back at this, because I'm the same way, to where you know, your day gets so busy, you get distracted, and Glenn knows this very well with me aging. I kind of lose distraction very easily and get sidetracked in my office. But it's so easy to where you wake up, and I'm the type of person, when I wake up, I'm on a mission. I already know what I'm going to do for the day. And I can tell Stephanie's probably the same way. She's probably thinking in her head before she even gets out of bed, A, B, and C, what she's going to do. This is how it's going to look like, and this is what's going to happen today. But when we get out of bed, that doesn't quite happen, though we do accomplish it, but there's so many bullets going in between our mission, right? And so it's important as distributors that we look at, well, people have busy lives just like we do. So we do have to follow up. We do have to send the direct message, etc., because your job is to get the yes or no when it comes to getting people on the products or in the business. So I just wanted to comment on that, because that really helped me reach my goal of 1,000 points every single week when it came to retail cash flow. When Glenn and I first started working, that was the goal, of getting 1,000 points a week for retail cash flow. Okay, that did not include distributor volume. So I just wanted to comment on that. And the other thing is making, because we got all brand new people, and I'm not sure who's seen The Secret. Anybody seen The Secret? I know Alcie has, because I can tell from his messages. But if you haven't seen The Secret, you can get it on Netflix.
I said as soon as he started talking, I heard the secret, and I was like, I
exactly.
gotta go read it again.
They
So
even sell it like at Walmart or Target for maybe $7.99 or $10. You can, and probably since it's Black Friday specials, it might be cheap, right? But even on Netflix, if some of you guys have Netflix, you can download this, and this is something that you definitely want to watch, because this will give you the vision to look into the future for extravaganza. You will see yourself like envisioning, if that's your goal, right, to walk the stage and collect the pen that you want to collect, or to bring X amount of team members. It all starts with vision. Okay, so if you have vision, just like Earl has a vision for his team, he's clear, he's certain, and because he's certain, he has a certain posture, and that's why that lady from Iran said, "You're going to be my coach," because people respond to certainty. Okay, if people are certain, you as a leader are certain, they're going to respond to that, and they're going to want to latch on. So with The Secret, or I would start with The Secret, because a lot of people don't like reading, okay, and they have a hard time grasping things or sitting down and being like connected to a book. But if you have pictures, which is very visual, you definitely want to get, you want to watch it, and you want to get every team member possible that you have to watch it, so they can create the vision, so they can attach to your certainty, and you guys can have a powerful 2018 and close out November like never before. So that's one thing that I just wanted to share with you guys tonight, is making sure that you do watch The Secret and you pass it on to others. And if anybody else wants to comment, go ahead.
Just very good, Monica. And one thing I want to say, if you remember the stay unmuted, you remember, because it's interesting, Alcy talking about, you know, because some things are like figuratively, some things are like in an analogy form, whatever. So when a person talks about feeling like getting so many no's, so he might have said that just figuratively, or he might he might have actually meant that, right? Like what's the other word outside of figuratively? Who's a smart person? It's figuratively.
Stephanie.
Or
Literally.
Oh yeah, literally or figuratively. Exactly. I knew it. You know, I knew it wasn't spiritually, but anyway, it could be spiritually. I don't know. But check it out. So he might have been literal, or he might have been figurative in saying that sometimes it feels like you get a lot of no's, or you get a lot of no's and all that stuff. So, or it could have just been as an analogy for the lesson. Here's what I want to tell y'all. I don't feel like I get any no's ever. I want y'all to just try that on for a minute. I don't go through that. So, I mean, like, really. I'm not trying to sell y'all on something. Like, really, I don't go through that. Who would like to not go through that feeling in building their business, feeling like you're getting a lot of no's? Even if you do get some no's. Even if somebody, hey, this is not for me. That doesn't mean they said no. I don't take that as a no.
Not right now.
This is not for me. Not right now. I'm doing another company. My husband won't let me. My wife won't let me. My kids won't let me. The dog won't let me. I won't let me. Whatever the reason is, it's raining outside. It's too windy. I ain't got no money. Well, I ain't got no money even means that's even more reason you need to do it. Because that's the whole point. Because I'll teach you how to make a lot of money. Because I didn't have no money either. I came from no money. That's why I got started in Herbalife. It's because I was disgusted with where my life was. So if a person ain't got no money, that's even more reason why they need to start. And that's why Herbalife has made it so cheap for anybody to start their own business. Are you kidding me? $94 to be attached to an $8 billion a year company? What? What? Let me tell you something. Tonight was worth $94. Clap if you think tonight was worth 94 measly freaking dollars. Come on. Really? Really? 94 bucks? So I want y'all to understand something. Number one, This is minor investment for major opportunity. Okay? So, ain't got no money? Great. Like Mark Hughes says, great. Everything's great. Great. That's even more reason why you need to start, because I'll teach you how to make money. Hold on a minute. You told me you're 42 years old and you ain't got no money? Well, who sold you on that plan? You're just a nice person who bought the wrong plan. I've got a better plan for you. How would you like me to mentor you? And I'll teach you how to get out of this situation, and you'll never, ever, ever have to be 43 and 44 and 45 and be telling people that you ain't got no money. Your kids, your wife, your family, or your friends, or anybody when it comes time to pay for the check. Ain't got no money. 42 and ain't got no money? Come on. I'm throwing that out as a hypothetical if y'all haven't caught up. I'm role playing. Okay, because there's people out there that are 42 or 38 or 32 or 22 and ain't got no money. Aren't there? Well, we'll teach them how to get out of that situation, won't we? And I'll tell you one thing right now. I'm going to tell you two things right now. I'm not going to tell you one thing. And I might give you a bonus. I might tell you three. But I'm going to tell you something. The formula to making money. Anybody want to know the formula to make money? I'm going to give it to you. Good. I'm glad you want to know, because I was going to give it to you anyway. Okay? Here's how you make money. First of all, understand that the marketplace pays for value. Ask Floyd Mayweather. He knows. Okay? In his field, he became valuable to the marketplace. Right? Any person that's making a lot of money, or most people, well, even in an illegal activity, they're bringing value to the marketplace, even if it's illegal, making a lot of money. If they're making a lot of money, they're bringing some sort of value, even the drug dealers, because there's a market for it. Okay? I don't know why I got off on that, but it could be used for good or bad, but the bottom line is make a lot of money. The marketplace pays for value. So in order to make money, to make more money, you need to become more valuable to the marketplace. Does that make sense? It's an easy formula. The more valuable you become, the more money you make. And it ain't like this. Sometimes it seems like some people are overnight successes, just like in the music industry or whatever. But you see some of these documentaries and some of these young kids, 19 years old, and they're friggin' on the music awards and getting Grammys and all this by the time they're 22 years old. Well, they also started, when they were 9 months old, singing and dancing and going to piano classes and music classes. It was a whole life to get them there. You guys got me, even if they're a young person. Okay? So that's number one. The marketplace pays for value. The more valuable you become to the marketplace, the more value you bring to the marketplace, the more the marketplace will pay you for that value. Make sense? That's number one. Here's number two. Here's how you can never feel like you're getting no's in your business. Anybody interested? I'm almost done. Anybody interested? Here's how by the way, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. Who likes to be told no? Nope. Oh, you like to be told no? What? Sam?
I said I go out a lot of times looking for the no. I'm gonna turn the no into a yes.
Oh, you're Super Bowl.
I'm looking for the no.
He just like, somebody please tell me no.
Tell me no.
Tell me no.
I think I with him, because that no will really fire you up. Like, all right, I'm gonna show you. You shouldn't have said no. I got you.
Looking for the no.
Yeah.
Where you're at. Hey, Earl, remember that? And y'all get me back on track after y'all have now pulled me off track. Get me back on track to talk about what I really want to talk about. But remember that video I sent you about Cedric the Entertainer? When he was talking about
I wish you would. I wish you would.
He was talking about the difference in white people and black people. He was like in an auditorium. He's going like white people, when they come to their seats, they come sit up front and they like, you in my, somebody's in my seat and they don't want to say nothing. And he said, now black people, they walk to the front and he says, I can't say what he said, but I wish I wish somebody would be sitting in my seat.
Yeah, I wish they, that's what Sam's saying. I wish they would. That's what I get.
Somebody to be sitting in their seat so they can yank them out. You know what I mean? So I see where Sam is at. But come on, tell me no. Tell me no. I wish you would tell me no. Because you won't get on it anyway. Okay, but
Yes,
I'm gonna tell you this. If y'all have never seen that, by the way, I think it was the Kings of Comedy or something like that.
Yeah.
But I saw that so many times. It was so funny. But I'm gonna tell y'all how you never have to go through the feeling if you don't want to. Sam obviously is a you know, he likes it. But some people don't like to be told no. I don't like to be told no because guess what? That pushes a button from childhood of when my parents used to say no at everything. Okay? And yeah, I know what you're laughing at, Monica. My brother sent me a picture yesterday. I'm gonna show. Who wants to see a picture of me when I was like had an attitude at about 6 years old? Who wants to see a picture? Anybody? Anybody? My brother just sent it to Earl. You don't want to see it? Okay, watch this. Y'all are gonna.
That's up to the story you told me. Yeah.
Y'all are gonna trip out at this. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. But Monica, ooh, I don't know if I should show y'all this. So check this out. This is who raised me. Her name is Louise. She was our housekeeper, and she raised me and she used to take us fishing, cook for us. We used to pick all the vegetables in the garden, everything. Anyway, my brother just sent this to me yesterday. I don't know if you can see it. But I'm that guy with that lovely, I'm so happy. Look. And that's Louise. This was in Alabama. I'm glad I got out of Alabama when I still had a chance. With all the things going on down there now. But anyway, I was like 6 years old. But see that look on my face? People used to tell me no. Don't you tell me no? I sent that to Monica. She says, oh man, you were happy. Right? So I don't like to be told no, even till today. And by the way, being on the president's team, it's like when you get to a certain level of your mindset, I don't like, if I go to a restaurant, don't tell me no. Don't tell me I can't sit there because there is a way. Because it's like there is a way. It's yes. Yes, I can. Not no, I can't.
I like that. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about that. It's about the possibilities of yes. So anyway, long story short, without going down that road, here's how you never have to have that feeling of being, even if people are, is not being attached to the outcome. It's like what Monica said. Your job is just to get a yes or a no, and you got to be fine with it either way. But I can't remember the last person said no. Even if they did say no, I still didn't hear it because I don't respond to that. It's like what Alcee was saying with the red, green, and red, yellow, and green. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you're focused on. So I'm not focused on people telling me no, and I'm also not attached to the outcome. If you're attached to the outcome of them saying yes or no, of them joining or not, of them getting on the products or not, then then it's more painful when they do turn you down, or if they say no, or if it's not the right time, or if they just don't answer the phone or return your text. Then it's like you take it like personal because you want it too bad. You guys got me? So there's this, I guess that you got to get yourself in a place of harmony. I guess that's a good word for it. Harmony. Like I was looking for Zen, but harmony. You got to have a harmony about yourself where, and just understand from the get-go that not everybody's going to get on the products. Not even if Mark Hughes pitched them. Not everybody's going to get in the business, even though it is the best opportunity on the face of the planet for $94 for an $8 billion a year company. But that still means not everybody's going to join. Because if everybody was going to join, I would have signed them up already. And I wouldn't have left any for you. So there's plenty of people out there. But the thing is don't be attached to the outcome. You have to have a non-attachment. You can still be passionate. You can still be serious. You can still be driven. You can still be on purpose, right? You can still be like, what was that word you used, Monica? Not it wasn't clear, like clarity. You said people were looking for certainty. Yeah, if you're certain, you can still be certain about what you're doing, but you can just have this non-attachment where you have a harmony about yourself, where you're not shattered if it's not the right timing for them. Or even if they promised you, I'm going to get on the products tomorrow, and still 3 weeks later, they still haven't gotten on the products because they're not a man of their word or a person of their word or whatever. You guys understand that? You don't end up taking it personal because you don't have an attachment to it. Is that making sense? I'm telling you, if y'all can really, really get that of what I'm trying to say, because I'm not saying it the way as good as the way that I really feel it in my head and in my heart, but I do know that made a big difference for me and Monica. We learned that stuff from the Science of Success, and probably a lot of it's in The Secret too, or some, in some shape or form, that concept to that. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, I used to be attached to the outcome. And then I would, I'd be like, I don't like to be told no. So if somebody says they're going to join and then they don't join for whatever reason, does that make you feel bad? Well, it doesn't make you feel great. But now it doesn't make me feel either way. Because I understand the rules. I understand the game. I understand that people are fickle and volatile. I understand that they're not have the whatever mindset of maybe a business person yet. I understand all that stuff. And I also understand people make excuses. And I also understand excuses don't pay the bills. And I also see the car that they're driving. And I go, well, no wonder. But I don't hold it against them. I don't think they're a bad person. And I don't feel bad because I didn't sign them up either. Because I didn't meet my quota for the day. You can get too. You guys got me? And so the biggest part to this is you guys protecting your own sanity. Because you got to protect your own sanity and your own harmony. That way that your vibes are good for the next person. You can't let one person's decision or opinion or what they did or didn't do affect you for the rest of the day and the rest of the week and everything else, because then you're going to screw up the next available opportunity when it's time to sign up Enrique Carrillo when you were supposed to show up. You're over here licking your wounds, feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't mean to put it that way, but I guess that's the way to say it. So y'all kind of get it's kind of a ridiculous way, but so y'all get the point. You guys got me?
Yeah.
So just not being attached to the outcome with particular people. And it almost has a reverse psychology effect, because then you have a different posture about yourself. Again, you can still be serious. You can still be on point. You can still be on purpose and passionate, but you come across with a posture about yourself, and these people get a sense of you that you're not so needy and you have to have them. And that's actually more attractive. It's more attractive. Celeste Richmond signed up with Style Bell because of that.
Glenn.
Yes.
Can I add something to this?
Please.
What I was going to say is, you remember when I was going for the shoes and the promotion you gave me? Okay, so when you know your goal, you're not connected to the outcome of a yes or no. And so if you have a bigger vision for yourself and your team, it helps a lot to get past those no's, because whether they say yes or no, they weren't meant to be, and you keep on track of where you're going. So when I was going, like when you're going for a promotion or the VIP, you know where you got to be. And so if someone says yes or no to you, you take yourself out of that situation, because you're like, well, I still have to get those yeses to find my outcome. And so it really disattaches you from that. At least that's my experience with it.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. Like, if you know where you're going, it doesn't matter. They weren't meant to be in your business or in your clientele, so it doesn't matter. So you're just like, okay, no problem, next. So you're really on a mission state mentality if you know where you're going. If you're not, then you attach yourself to that outcome, because you're like, well, I was hoping they would say yes. You were counting on them rather than just looking for the people that desire it. So.
Exactly. Well said. And if you've got enough numbers on your side, last thing, and then we're off the call because I know it's we're going on almost an hour and a half now. If you've got enough numbers on your side, Mark and Jim Rohn always used to say, make up for numbers for what you lack in skill. but also it's like pumping the well. You got to fill the pipeline. You got to fill the line, fill it with momentum. So if you've got a particular VIP goal or vacation goal or whatever, and you keep pitching the same two people over and over and over that can't make a decision, and you feel like everybody's saying no, well, everybody's really not saying no. It's just those same two knuckleheads. You guys got me? So it's like you gotta have enough numbers on your side, because safety in numbers equals law of averages. The law of averages will play out if you've got the numbers on your side. You guys got me? Here's the last and final, all out massive action. Activity and production solves all problems. All out massive action. I don't know anybody that ever got to the president's team that wasn't in all out massive action, head down, butt up, blinders on, vision and purpose. You guys got me? There's your big takeaway. There's your big clue. If you're not where you want to be, then sometimes it's just a matter of time. Time is not on your side yet because you haven't been in long enough, or you haven't consistently done enough work and got numbers on your side and got momentum on your side for long enough. And usually it takes about a 90-day cycle for you to get that first phase of momentum, foundational momentum, so you can go into the next phase of sustaining it, and then the next phase of advancing your momentum. Each takes about 90 days. You guys got me? If you got a vision and you're clear on where you're going in the future, 3, 6, 9 months, Houston, let's say Houston's the end game, okay? If you're clear on where you're going, then guess what? Now it's easy to keep your head down, your butt up, blinders on, not get distracted, and go 7 on 7 non-stop until the end of the year. First of all, let's have the best November that you've ever had, because December, how good your December is going to be based on what you did in November, because you're going to carry November's momentum into December. Does that make sense? And then we kick December in the pants, and then we can walk into January and literally raise our glass, toast, job well done, pat on the back, I'm moving forward, I'm moving up, I got new team members, I got new customers, I got all this momentum, and then you can really start believing it and seeing it, because that's the validation for your belief. But I'm telling you, all of y'all are going to manifest exactly what you're thinking and seeing. You understand? If y'all aren't walking across the stage with a Get Team medallion, first of all, that doesn't mean that you're not a good person. It just means that somewhere along the road, you weren't seeing and believing something enough. Because I know it by 100%, because I got to the Get Team in 9 months in a country where I couldn't speak the language, and we only had 2 products. So I know you can get to the Get Team in 9 months because I've done it. When I got to the Get Team, I was Get Team 2,500. I wasn't just a minimum Get Team. I qualified as Get Team. My 3rd month was like 60,000 group volume. But that was 9 months after being in Germany with only 2 products. 2 products means less volume points. You guys understand? So it takes lots more customers, lots more business to get there. If I can get there in 9 months in a country where I couldn't speak the language and no iPhone, and none of the things that we have here today, no video conferences, then certainly y'all can. The question is, how bad do you want it? And how much do you see it and believe it? Give me a microphone so I can drop it. We're done. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being on. Let's go make it happen.
Wake up.
Let's go make it happen.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Later, y'all.
Holla. Good night.
Make lots of comments on social media. Lots of comments.